everyone, and welcome back to the movies, and welcome back to Camel Studios. Yeah, today we are in episode number 2. I'm a little bit sorry that I can't bring out the episode as quick as I wanted. This is basically because I am still working on my master thesis, and it will be continuing for quite a while now. So I'm doing the best I can, but I have to focus obviously on the work and on my thesis. But yeah, apart from that, we are back, and I have finished. In this episode, at least, I have finished the entrance, which is yeah, kind of important because the entrance as such is a really important thing about this park, because it will define more or less the style of what follows, even though I will be a little bit more free in the terms of what the style is about this park in general, but it will be a little bit more concrete, fair 80s, 90s architecture in that kind of sense. It's really down to the also a little bit like Miami style, and with different neon colors in a mixture of this, yeah, just mixed with studio elements and big concrete fairground elements. I think that's kind of a cool style we are going for. I borrowed kind of a lot of things from my grindy glue video from the dual link coaster I have in my our coaster series. So basically this is where I borrowed a little bit the ideas from. You know, the color choice is pretty obvious. It's basically what's defined with this kind of style together. But yeah, I think it's a cool thing to go into. And in today's episode we are also going to spend a little time on doing the outer appearance, so to say, of the entrance area. So we will spend some time doing some foliage, as well as having a subway station as such in. And I also have to talk about that you will see some progress already in front of the entrance. I already recorded somewhat more than just one episode. The only reason is that I can't really show you the progress quite yet, because it is part of my what was planned to be the April Fool joke video, but it turned out it's so much fun, and actually it's so cool that I will do it properly, and therefore I prepared something. For those of you who are having eagle eyes, will spot something in this video in the background. Every now and then you will see it in the background. I'm quite sure you won't be able to tell what this is, but for those of you who like to go and dig deep into stuff, it might be a good idea to have a look at what you see in the background. Anyways, there is something, yeah, bubbling under the belt, and I definitely want to release that as soon as possible, so that I can give you the episode in between, which for you is not too. Yeah, it's not that kind of a cut. It's just basically that I recorded it before I went back to the entrance, and so logically this is the right episode now. So logically I should have just done the entrance before I went into the next thing again. But yeah, as you know me, I don't care about the normal progress, because if I would care, I wouldn't have even started a new series and story of my life. But you know, I just stopped worrying about. I just keep doing what I like, and I think it turned out to be the best thing, because you guys seem to like this most, because it transfers definitely to you whether I have fun or not doing stuff, and I won't force myself doing stuff I don't want to do right now. And so this is why we always end up starting new things. Yeah, I guess, you know, if I look around, basically I'm not the only one doing so. It's basically everybody on YouTube. You know, I think the minority is really finishing stuff before going on to the next one. It's also, you know, you do limit your creativity by doing so. So in the end, I guess it's the best thing to just do whatever you want. And so I do with the series. But yeah, let's go back to what I was doing then. Maybe you have seen that I put in some waterfalls, and for those of you who might be confused what this is, I wanted to create somewhat of a depth and a relation to how big the entrance is. And I thought, okay, let's put some waterfalls to the left and right of the entrance, which is more like in a hotel lobby. I don't know, most of you will probably know it from a little bit more luxury hotel lobbies. They sometimes have kind of water plays like waterfalls, which is not really a waterfall, but it's like water running down a wall. You can't really do that well in Planet Coaster, but I think with the waterfalls and with the concrete, and I'll put this into a glass kind of tank, I think that looks kind of nice. So you have the big glass wall in front of it, you can look through, and you have the waterfall behind it. I probably will also put a billboard behind this with an interesting texture or something to make it look like a little bit more as if the water was running actually down a wall. But I thought it will give the overall entrance a little bit of life, a little bit of dynamic, and also it is kind of an eye catcher, right? You go in and you look to the left and right, you also hear the sound of the water, and you immediately look upwards, and this will make the whole thing appear bigger because you will look upwards and you can kind of feel the scale of it. So that was basically the idea why I wanted to have those little waterfalls in. But as you can see now, I am going into building the outer walls of this area, which means that we are going to have a big wall around the studios. It won't always look like this, so later on we are also going into some more flat and smaller wall creations, but yeah, nevertheless I think that's a good thing. But it is what it is, guys, so hopefully that turns out to be a good idea. Anyways, since I'm a little bit low on time today, I will now leave you alone a tiny little bit with the music for the next couple of minutes, and then I'll rejoin you at the end of this video to talk about what's going on in the next episodes and so on and so forth. So see you at the end of the video. So we are back, and yeah, what you can see now is that I'm building a surprise subway station, and it's kind of a premiere for me. for me, I have actually used the subway station as a subway station, which as such is not very interesting. But if you know me, you know that I very seldomly use pieces as they are supposed to be used. And well, today I used the subway station as a subway station. And this is just because the station looks so good, and there is no reason for me to build my own one out of 1,000 pieces instead of just using the 2 in-game pieces. My frame rate just called me and said the best wishes to me and congratulated that I used it as one piece instead of abusing it again. So the FPS are really happy, and I can just only say, yeah, thanks. No, I'm just kidding, but in the end I am very happy with what they turned out to be like. And yeah, as I said at the beginning of the video, the little colors of the more 80s style are also defining what we are doing over here. I'm using a lot of the architectural style of the kind of fairground public transportation services, right? It's really easy. We have now the billboards with the information when which train will arrive and stuff. And yeah, that's about it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope to see you in the next one, guys. Have a good day and see you soon. And yeah, enjoy your day. Bye bye.